Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all air signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me, I have the 4, Ace, and 5 of Cups, as well as the King of Cups. I have the 3 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, the Hermit, and the Empress reversed, and the Pluto card. And to start this reading off, I would encourage you to have a look and see where Pluto is in your chart, what house it's sitting in, what sign it's sitting in, and of course look to where Scorpio is in your chart as well. And if you're looking at it from a traditional sort of Vedic perspective, you can also take a look at Mars, because Mars rules over Scorpio as well as Pluto. So just looking at those kind of placements in your chart and seeing what's happening there. And there is some sort of transformation, and I feel as though it's a transformation from boredom, especially with this 3 of Pentacles and this 8 of Swords here. I just feel as though your work environment has been boring you in some way, or you didn't think that it was going to be like this, and it's just turned out very restrictive or very placid. There's not really much going on. And the Hermit here in the reverse kind of indicates your mentality as well, going inside and just kind of shying away from the whole situation or from the experience, or just really keeping your head down and not getting excited about things. Really, it's a card of like isolation, and so is the 8 of Swords, that isolation, but more so mental isolation. You're not being stimulated in the way that you thought you would in this job or with these people on this project, and you're kind of maybe thinking about where you were before and how that maybe that was a good place to be. But I just feel as though something needs to happen, of course, with Pluto here, some sort of transformation. And it could be a relationship that transforms the work environment, the workspace, especially with this Ace of Cups here, and the Empress as well. She's a very social sort of character here, and in the reverse, it's just saying to me that she's kind of been staying inside and hasn't been in the limelight, or hasn't been having as much fun as she should be. So definitely getting yourself out of that pickle of boredom, out of that mentality of restriction, and just going and having some fun here. And maybe you've been doing this purposefully because of the King of Cups here. You feel as though you have a lot of responsibility. You need to be emotionally mature. And of course, you can do that and have fun. Maybe you've been holding back a little bit too much. You've been a little bit too stoic. And it's coming across maybe as a little bit cold, especially with that 8 of Swords here. It's kind of hostile in a way. And maybe you started out at this job, or it could be literally anything, but you started out as the Empress in the upright position, and you've just slowly gone very insular and not really participating outside of work, or maybe not even participating at work. You've just kind of switched off in a way. And the 4 of Cups has me thinking that you're kind of waiting for something better to come along, and in the meantime of waiting for something better to come along, you're kind of just biding your time, or almost wasting your time, and just sitting in the waiting room, just waiting for something better to come along. But I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but what if nothing better comes along for quite some time, and you're really not making the most of the situation at hand? You're just locking yourself up here with this Hermit. you're locking away your bright self as the Empress, and you're not really you're not really expressing yourself, and you're not feeling abundant in many different ways. I just see this across the board, emotionally, mentally, just restricted and kind of like a machine. With that Three of Pentacles here, you're just going through the daily motions of things, and there's really no life to it. So yeah, the Ace of Cups here really is the card I'm kind of focusing on here, in that you do have this incredible power to make connections, to make deep connections, and to find that creativity within you. And whatever it is that is stopping you from doing that, and it may be, like I said, an air of seriousness in your position, you need to kind of transform that into something more welcoming. The King of Cups is just coming across as hostile, and you're really unhappy with where you are right now, and it's maybe not what you thought it was going to be, and that's completely fine. Not everything is what we thought it was going to be, but that doesn't really give us permission to waste our time in the meantime between finding something that we want, or engaging in things that are much better for us. We can find happiness and value in all these experiences, and you really need to show up day by day. And maybe that's it, is that you're just not feeling like you should show up, or that you even want to or need to show up. I'm just getting like a ghost, that you're kind of sending out some other entity to kind of do the work for you, and you're not showing up, or you're trying not to show up as much as possible. You're sending emails, and you're writing texts and those sorts of things, instead of talking to people on the phone, or doing Zoom calls, or just showing up in person. It's very robotic. You may have automated a lot of things, and it's it's just kind of saying to me that you definitely need that transformation of Pluto, that drive to make the situation better in many different ways. And that could be by pivoting hard into something else, or you just start from scratch and you go, oh, this isn't actually me, this isn't how I want to present, and I've started this all off on the wrong foot. And this could be somebody else in your workforce as well that has been low energy and that has been presenting all of these sorts of attributes, and you're just kind of like, why are you even here? Like, if you don't like it, why are you dragging yourself through this broken glass day by day, and then dragging us with you as well? And it's just becoming like you just don't really know what to make of it. So this person is more than likely going to go through a big transformation that may shock you, may surprise you, and quite possibly will turn out for the better, or they will just completely move on, almost in the dead of night, just pack up their things and just go, fuck it, I'm on to something else, and you may never hear from them again. But it's definitely a reading of like a little bit of regret or delays, especially with that Four of Cups here, just sitting there waiting, being dissatisfied, feeling trapped. Maybe you're in a double bind of some sort, but the only way really out of a double bind is to find the lesser of the two evils and move towards that. And it can be scary, it can be a whole manner of things, but it's definitely better than where you are now in many different respects, unless you have the energy to actually transform where you are now to what you want. But either way, you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to put the energy in, put the work in, and really start showing up, instead of this ghost of yourself, or this ghost of whatever it is that you've created to show up for you. It's kind of like a clone. It kind of reminds me of that TV show Orphan Black, where she has a clone and all of that technology and stuff. Yeah, I think that's all I see here for you. Yeah, there's definitely some mental blockages here, some sort of obstacle that you just can't seem to get over or put to the side, that's just making you kind of meh at the moment. So definitely need to sort that out and face that, face that fear, face the very thing that's kind of holding you back at this point, and either deal with it or just completely transform it. And it can be a little bit scary, and you might find that you've been lying to yourself or lying to others for quite some time because you thought it's just going to get better, it'll get better, and it never does. So definitely take that leap. The Pluto card has come up, so there is some sort of transformation here. How big or how small it is, I do not know, but you definitely need to act on that. And that's why Mars is actually the ruler of Scorpio, because in order to transform, you do need that action, you need that drive, you need the blood pumping through your veins, and you need to have an action plan as well. And Mars being the militant kind of energy, he doesn't just go into things willy-nilly. There is a strategy that's needed. There is some sort of game plan that is needed going forward. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thanks for listening. Bye.